Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com and On3, and I am here with four-star Michigan wide receiver commit I'Marion Stewart, who is fresh off the plane, just got back from Dallas, Texas, where he had a great performance in the U.S. Army Bowl. I'Marion, tell me a little bit about competing in that game and what that whole experience was like down in the Lone Star State.
It was fun, going against different competition all across the country. Best of the best and top players over the top players, and just getting to meet new people, new coaches, and make new connections. It was very fun.
For those of you that missed the game, Marion had 2 touchdowns. He also got to spend some time with a couple of other Michigan commits. What was it like to bond with Ben Roebuck and Jacob Oden?
It was fun. Ben was on the black team, so he was talking. He was talking a lot. They ended up losing, so that was great. But me and Jacob, we had fun and out there representing Michigan, so it was a good time.
Awesome. So you are signing with Michigan. You've got the maize and blue sweatshirt on already. What's it going to be like making it official, putting pen to paper and officially becoming a Wolverine? What's that mean to you?
It's gonna feel good, and it's gonna feel like an accomplishment, and I'll be able to actually say for the first time in a long time that I'm proud of myself.
Awesome. Well, I am proud of you because I've known you for a long time. I think when did we first meet? When you were like an eighth grader or a freshman, something like
I
that?
I think it was my freshman year. I think it was my freshman year.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
yeah,
um Marion was on the scene early on. I remember being at it was some Boom 7-on-7 tournament, and I asked Gus Ramos, who works for Boom. I was like, "Who's that kid?" And he was like, "That's the I'Marion kid. He's already got Arizona State, and he's going to be on Michigan's radar." And then it's kind of cool seeing, fast forwarding to now that you're actually signing with Michigan. So I guess, saying all of that, how did you handle the process so young, and how did you eventually end up at Michigan?
uh, you know, at a young age, it was good because I had a older brother, Sean Stewart. He went through the recruiting process and everything. So my parents, they already knew how it was gonna be, telling me how it was gonna be, but everything I expected. But at one point in time, it got a little tiring because I've been doing it since eighth grade. So
Eighth
to keep
grade,
doing
yeah.
it for like 3 years, just talking to coaches every day, interviews, stuff like that, it got a little tiring, but it was still fun. I enjoyed it. Now I'm kind of a little upset that it's over now. And Michigan just came out on top. They felt like home. They showed me the most love and just the most respect.
It's crazy to think about because you've been in the recruiting process as long as this is how long you've been doing recruiting. I moved from Dallas to Chicago and then from Chicago to Virginia, and you're still in high school. That's
That's
crazy
crazy.
to think about. But like you said, Michigan always seemed like the school, man. I kind of put that prediction in early on for you to end up at Michigan. You always seemed like a Michigan type of kid. But at what point did you know, like personally, yeah, Michigan's definitely the spot I'm going to be at?
Um, I'll probably say, whew, like I'll probably say the end of my junior year. Like I always mess with Michigan, but I think around that time it was like, yeah, this is definitely what I'm feeling. Especially after I don't know how many visits I took at the time, but it was about I don't know, but it was a lot of visits. So I'm like, yeah, I really like it. And you just get that feeling when you're on campus somewhere, and I didn't get that feeling at any other place, but I got it at Michigan.
I know you had some other schools come in that you were interested in, like Oregon and Tennessee, and you held off a little bit. You finally made that decision in the summer, and it was cool because you made it at one of the overtime events, and they had the live broadcast. And then your dad came running up in a Wolverine outfit. What was it like seeing him actually dressed up like a superhero, pumping up the commitment?
What's crazy is I didn't even know it was him. I had to he had to get a little bit closer, as we were celebrating. I'm looking, I'm like,
Just thought
what
it was
the
some
and
random
I
guy. Like,
yeah,
come
I
on.
didn't know who it was. Then I'm looking, I'm like, this is my pops. Nah, it was fun. It was a good experience.
How
Crazy story.
excited was he? I mean, it looked like he was excited. How excited was he when, you made it official and committed to Michigan?
I think he was more excited than me. His youngest son committing finally over. Then he was lit.
Yeah, for sure. When looking ahead, you are enrolling early, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me a little bit about how excited you are to actually get to Ann Arbor and be there early and start the process of getting ready to play for Michigan.
I'm ready. Just to work on my body, get my body bigger for spring ball. Getting the playbook, more stuff like that. So, just getting down there early, I feel like that give me a good start to what I'm trying to do and what I'm going to do.
Obviously, you'll get to work closely with Michigan wide receivers coach Ron Bellamy, who pretty much led the way in your recruitment. Tell me about your relationship with him and how much you think you can learn from him.
Me and Coach Bell, we already got that bond. So now it's just like when I get down there, it's more strictly football. So now I get to spend a lot of bit more time with him, uh, with the receiver standpoint and just him coaching me up. I feel like he gonna make me evolve as a receiver and make me a better person also.
Awesome. I know you're a big playmaker in the slot. You played on the outside. When I watched you play this season, you had, what was it, like 2 punt returns called back for touchdowns because of a holding. I mean, you're a pretty dynamic playmaker that does a little bit of everything. How do you see yourself projecting at Michigan and fitting into that offense?
Uh, I think it'll be well. Especially punt return and things like that. I think they'll have me back there. I already talked to the specialist coaches when I went down there, and slot and receiver standpoint. If you look at Roman Wilson and Samaje, I think I'll be using those certain points of the game or aspects, I should say.
Yeah, Samaj Morgan's making a big impact as a true freshman. I think you've compared yourself a little bit to him. Is that kind of that mold you see yourself in, kind of being like Samaj? And how cool is it to see that the opportunity's there to make an impact immediately?
Yeah, definitely. Because especially Samaj, because he's not the tallest, but he is. He's still that guy, and the fact that he went out there, still did his thing as a freshman, so definitely shows I could do it.
So Michigan has a big game coming up here against Alabama in the Rose Bowl. You got any predictions for that game?
Michigan winning. My boy Samaj going crazy. My boy Roman going crazy, and if Frederick get out there, he going crazy too.
So some people don't know that you actually played with Fred last year with Boom. I think you guys made it to the championship game and the pylon finals. What was it like playing with Fred and developing a little bit of a relationship with him?
It was fun, Fred. He a goofy guy, so he pretty funny. I mean, and then that was his first time playing with him. He didn't talk as much when he first got on the team, but as we got comfortable, started playing more games, we all got together and we was all cool. And at that time, I didn't know I was going to Michigan, so we really ain't click like that.
So Midwest Boom is, for those of you that don't know, it's one of the premier training and club 7-on-7 programs in the country, based out of Chicago. Boom has produced guys like JJ McCarthy and Tyler Morris. Those are guys that I'Marion kind of grew up under. I remember I was covering JJ and I'Marion was on the younger team. Same with Tyler Morris. What was it like seeing JJ and Tyler Morris, play on the older Boom squads and then see them progress and go to Michigan?
It's crazy because they also they went to the same high school too. They both went to Nazareth Academy, so the fact that they went from Naz, Boom, and now they at the big stage, that shows a lot and all the hard work they put in together.
How cool is it how cool is it to continue that Chicago, pipeline? Like I said, you have JJ, you have Tyler Morris, you have Tyler McLaurin, who is your old teammate. You know, you have Trey Pierce. There's several Jimmy Rolder, several Chicagoland guys. You know, what does it mean to keep up that tradition of Chicagoland to Ann Arbor?
It's good because we definitely slept on in the Chicago area. They don't think we got all the talent, but now to see that really the whole state, almost the whole state of Chicago, really spread across the Big Ten. So just the fact to see that, that's good.
So, you know, I miss being back in Chicago. Man, I can't wait to get back. But let's get to know you a little bit more away from the field. What are some things you like to do? What's kind of your hobbies outside of the football field?
Spend time with friends and family, and really besides that, I'm always on the field, so I can just spend a genuine time with the fam, go outside with my friends, stuff like that.
If you weren't playing football, what sport would you be playing?
I definitely would be running track. I'll be running track.
I saw you had some good times when you were younger. Did you keep on running track, or was it just kind of something you did in the off
I was
season?
running it, and then I stopped and was just playing football for all those years. But then I went back my junior year and I ran, and I had to stop because I transferred to Kenwood, so I wasn't even eligible to run it at Kenwood. So yeah.
So you did transfer. Yeah, you were at Bolingbrook. You ended up going to Kenwood. What was it like going from, you know, playing in the Chicago suburbs to playing in the city? Was there a difference in competition or just style or anything like that?
It definitely was yeah, it definitely was a difference. You know, back in 8A, it was a little bit more organized and a lot of I don't even know how to explain it. I'll just say the public league, the competition was a little bit lower. I mean, it was still good, playing because I still got to play Lincoln East, play St. Rita and Downers Grove North like that. But it was like Bolingbrook, we was playing somebody good like every week. So I'd say Bolingbrook, the competition was just a little bit more better.
Let's talk about food a little bit. So Chicago is known for deep dish, hot dogs,
Yeah.
Italian beef. Which one are you going with? Which one's your favorite?
I don't know. I'll probably say I'll take an Italian beef.
Taking
I don't,
Italian beef from where?
yeah, I don't really eat
What's
deep dish or hot dogs like that.
Come on, Mario. You don't go to, you know, get some deep dish at Giordano's or something? Like, come on,
Mm-mm.
man.
Mm-mm.
No? No
Mm-mm.
hot dogs at Portillo's?
Nah, I'll get a well, that's where I'll get the what's it called
The
from?
Italian
But
beef?
no, yeah, the beef. But Chilla, I usually grab me a cheeseburger or some cheese fry.
Hey, have you ever had the chocolate cake shake from
Yeah,
Portillo's?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
fresh chocolate.
everybody has. It's the best, man. I remember when I first moved to Chicago, JJ was the one that was like, "Go to Portillo's and get a chocolate cake
Chocolate cake.
shake."
Yeah,
So
it's
it's the
good.
it's the best if anybody watching visits Chicago. But what's your go-to? I know you picked out of the Chicago favorites, but what's your go-to like post-game or pre-game meal? Like anything you have to eat before or after a game?
Uh, I wouldn't say it's a meal, but it'll be before a game. I need me a pack of Skittles, tropical berry, tropical berry.
So you going Marshawn Lynch style. You need some
Yeah,
Skittles.
tropical berry Skittles. Yeah, that'll be good. But post game, I'll eat anything. I'll be super hungry after the game. I eat anything.
No,
Literally.
man, we're gonna have to tell Michigan fans to do the Marshawn Lynch thing, start throwing Skittles at you every time you score a touchdown in the big house. So, academic wise, what do you want to study? What do you maybe want to do after football?
After football, I'll probably say I'm going to the business world, but on the sports side. If you know
Any
what I
kind
mean.
of idea what you maybe want to do on the sports business side?
Probably like announcing, you know, just like things like you do, just keeping up with players, making articles and stuff like that.
Well, maybe we'll be working together in a few years. I'll be too old to be covering recruiting. But I guess last thing is, where do you see yourself at Michigan in 3 to 4 years?
Starting on the field and just doing what I do best and hoping to go to the draft by the end of my third year.
Awesome, I'Marion. Well, it's been a fun 5 years together, man. I appreciate all the coverage, all the interviews. Thanks for everything, man.
Thank you.